All right, back now with you here on the KFYR Plus News Desk. And today on Carlee's Hot Mess Express, we are diving straight into the icy chaos swirling around the 2026 Winter Olympics. From bizarre athlete scandals to judging controversies and viral moments nobody saw coming, this week's drama is hotter than a bonfire on the slopes. What do you think about that? Joining me as always, it's our friend Carlee Gifford. Hello, Carlee. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Let's jump right into it. I know you've got limited time, so let's buzz through these as much as we possibly can. At the outset of the Olympics, even before they took their skis and brought them into the ski lodge and sat by the fire with their hot cocoa, Crotchgate was the big one. Do you remember the suit inflation rumors that were happening?
Yes, I do. And hyaluronic acid, the stuff that they were using to inject themselves, I've
Mm-hmm.
used that in like my skincare and whatnot. Like it's super common. So when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, is this kind of like dope and like that? But then when they were like, oh, it was hyaluronic acid, I was like, what? Like I use that on my skin all the time. So that really surprised me.
So it plumps up your cheeks. Is that what we're saying with it?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to make your skin seem a little bit like bouncier and more hydrated. So, I mean, honestly, when I heard about this, I was like, I don't really know if what they're doing could be classified as like illegal. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess once you let them start doing this sort of thing, that kind of opens the door to letting them do, other riskier things as well.
It does. And for those that don't know, that are watching, so they would inject the male skiers would inject it into their private parts, and it would plump it up so they could get a suit to give them extra. They said even just a few inches more of your suit would give you an extra 40 or 50 meters of flight time or something like that. We're talking about these ski jumpers that go down the big ramp and stuff. So I don't know, is this cheating or is this just creative competitive strategy?
Honestly, I think that it does need to be classified as cheating because it has nothing to do with your ability. It's just modifying the things that you're wearing, like your equipment. And I
Mm-hmm.
I do think that it's kind of unfair and it's not a good idea. But when I watch the ski jump and you see them like do the flying squirrel stance and whatever, and then
Yeah,
when they land, I'm always like, why don't you guys just like bring your knees up a little bit? Because even that'll get you a little bit farther on the jump. But I don't know, maybe someone's tried that and it doesn't end well.
probably didn't
But,
work out very
and that's
well.
also from exactly. And I'm not like a pro ski jumper or anything. So absolutely do not listen to me. But when I watch it, I'm like,
I
well,
didn't
just pull
even
your
know
knees
that
up.
you were an
That'll,
amateur ski jumper.
yes, not by choice. It's normally me falling down the side of a mountain, but
Okay. Okay, we're going to get to the ice dance off or the ice drama. That French duo has won amid some long running personal controversies, and they resurfaced some allegations connected to the partners in their past relationships. You're familiar with this, I'm guessing?
yes, I am. I
Does ice. Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry,
that
go ahead.
there is an
Explain.
investigation. No, you're good.
I was just going to say, explain to me a little bit about it because I'm not really up to it. I kind of know an idea, but kind of give me an idea what we're talking about.
So in the gold medal ice dancing competition, when everyone was
Mm-hmm.
competing for the gold medal, the American team, they had a flawless performance. It was really looking like they were going to win the gold medal, but then the French team went out. They had a couple of obvious mistakes in their routine, but they still were scored just a little bit higher than the Americans and they won the gold. Well, then it came out that the French judge had scored them, I think it was like 1 point higher than the Americans. And so that was kind of what did it. And that's what won them gold. And supposedly French judges have done this at other competitions as well. I had heard that there was going to be some sort of an investigation into this. The Americans, they handled it with grace, but they did sort of say, like, yep, we kind of feel like we were robbed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I really don't foresee the investigation changing anything. I think that France's team has the gold. So
Yeah. Does ice dancing have a judging credibility problem?
I think it does because it's so subjective or objective, I
Hmm.
guess. Um, Judges can argue all sorts of things, and that's one of the things that
Yep.
makes the sport so frustrating. And I think it keeps people from getting really invested into it because you might think that someone performed beautifully. But if the judges decide to be super nitpicky, they can be deducted for all sorts of things. And it just really frustrates fans, I think. So I kind of think that's why it hasn't blown up and gotten a larger fan base.
What Olympics do you feel that artificial intelligence will do the judging from now on? Do you think it's the next, or do you think it's 8 years from now, or you're looking at 12 to 16 years down the road where it's just going to be AI that'll do all the judging, and we'll just say, "Hey, listen, AI did it."
I'm gonna say like, yeah, maybe 16 to 20 years. It'll be analyzed by AI. I really hope that's not the case, but
Hmm.
I think that's in our future.
You like the
So
human element.
I really do like it because in I think it was a freestyle snowboarding, the judges, because the competition was so close and everyone was performing so well, the judges had to get really particular. So if a snowboarder came off the railing just, even a couple of inches
Yeah.
before that end, they were docking them for that. And I think that we do need that human element in sports. But that's me personally. I'm curious what you think about that.
What if AI is one of the judges? Do you know how they have the high score, low score, and they kick them out? So you can't really cheat, right? You're not going to give a super low score because you hate the French couple or the American couple, and the American judge says, I'm not going to give them, or I'm going to give them a super high score, so they kick it out. What if AI is one of those judges? I don't know how many judges they have. Five, four, three, two, one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it is like five. I would imagine it's got to be an odd number. I don't
So
know
then
why,
you
but
kick it up to six with AI. And AI is just part of the judging. I would be okay with that, right? It's not going to give you the high score because it'll get kicked out, and it won't give you the lowest score because that'll get kicked out.
yeah, that's a good point. I guess if it was a situation like that where AI is just one of the judges, but it's still mostly, human judges, that would be
Hmm.
doable, I think.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, biathlon chaos. There's affairs, there's fraud cases, there's overturned suspensions. This Olympics is a mess. A Norwegian biathlete admitted cheating on his girlfriend live on television. I mean, does the public confession help or hurt his image, Carlee?
I think it hurts his image because after he made that confession on TV and was like, "Oh, I hope that, I can win her back," or he said something to that effect, the girls on the internet were like, "Oh, yeah, see, that's manipulative. We're not doing that." And then people were saying, "Oh, I want to be part of that ex-girlfriend's, group chat so bad because I can't imagine how bad they're roasting him." And the fact that he was crying didn't really help. And it's like you're crying because you cheated during a, 6-month long relationship, and now
Hmm.
you're saying she was the love of your life. Like this is just I'm not it's a little pathetic.
Yeah, I felt bad for, and don't take this wrong, for the guy, just because that's not something you should do. You're going to forever regret going on national, I mean, worldwide television for that fact, not just here in America, but worldwide, and confessing what you did. And your friends and family must think, what are you doing? I mean, just concentrate on your sport. I know that you're doing what you're doing, but come on, dude.
Yes, and he has since then come out and said, "Yep, I've definitely learned my lesson. I regret doing that." So, I mean, I kind of feel like he's redeemed himself just a tiny bit by saying, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I regret it. That wasn't a good move." And he did apologize to the ex-girlfriend because he was like, it wasn't her choice to be put in the spotlight kind of like this. Like he did
Mhm.
that and he did feel bad. And she came out and was like, "Yeah, I'm still not taking you back. And I did not want this for myself, you know?" So I don't know. We'll see. But I do think that now, from here on out, he is forever going to be known as the guy that admitted to cheating on a or a international stage.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, got time for maybe just one or two more here. Norwegian skier dramatically stormed off into the woods. What is this about? He lost his medal chances following, he was followed by media and the police. Tell me about this. I did not see this. So he just up and walked into the woods?
Basically, yeah, he was racing and then something went wrong where he was losing a bunch of time and he just stopped, threw his poles off to the side, took his skis off, tossed them off, to the side of the track, and then just walked towards the woods and laid down in the snow, like right on along the edge of the wood line, and just laid down and like that was it. He was done. And listen, I have had to lay down in the snow before as well, but that was after like having to try to shovel all the snow that we've gotten in previous
Okay.
winters. So if you're laying down in the snow, you are exhausted either physically or mentally, just done. And unfortunately, his reason was because his grandfather had recently passed away, and that was someone that really inspired him and pushed him to be the best that he could be. And so it just kind of was all too much. So then I think losing the time that he had in the race, he was just kind of like done.
I can think of a couple people that would do this. Tell me, was this guy American?
No, he wasn't. I want to say he was Norwegian.
Okay. There's a couple people that I thought would be the ones, like the quad god, right? He went into this Olympics and he was supposed to win a gold medal, and I think just the whole pressure got to him. I could see him going outside with his skates on, falling down, and just laying in the snow because he really messed up. To Michaela Schifrin, she hasn't won a gold medal in like 12 years or something like this, right? She's the youngest now, and she won one yesterday, but she had been in so many of these events over the last 2 weeks, and she was over until yesterday. She finally won something, and it was a gold medal, thank goodness. But I could have seen her because she wasn't doing very well, just laying in the snow and thinking, why am I here? But this guy, I can understand it, lost a family member, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that these athletes are under so much pressure, and there's all these people back home that are supporting them. And so then when you don't perform, I think it's just all that added stress and pressure just starts to kind of get to you. I mean, we saw it happen with the quad god. Like he was doing so great, Ilya.
Yeah.
And then, man, when he tanked, like he tanked. But I do have a lot of hope for him. I think in the 2030 games, he's going to come back and he's going to get a gold medal.
I hope so. I really do. And that's here at Salt Lake, right?
No, so 2030 will be in the French Alps, and then
Oh,
2034 will be in Salt Lake.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. The French Alps. Wow, what a beautiful place that is too. In Italy here, Cortina. I mean, beautiful place. Make sure you're watching the closing ceremonies on Sunday. Because they're holding it in Verona, which it's an old Roman Colosseum that they're having the closing ceremonies in. It's a beautiful place, lots of history where gladiators at one time fought, and beautiful, beautiful place, Italy. So, okay, well, that's going to wrap it up. I know that you're busy, so that's going to put a wrap on our ride on Carlee's Hot Mess Express, where the drama, get this now, is frosty. The athletes are fiery, and the Olympics never fail to give us a front row seat to chaos. So buckle up for your next week, because this train never stops with Carlee's Hot Mess Express. Thank you, Carlee.
Thanks, Jay. You never fail to crack me up.
All right. Have a great day. We'll catch up with you soon. All right.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Quick break now at the news desk. We'll be right back here on KFYR Plus.